Today is the harvest. This is when the farmers are bringing in the square watermelons from the fields to the distribution area. They're going to be sent all across the country and the world. The square watermelon is such a unique fruit. You can't look away when you see it. It's so mesmerizing in shape and in size. In this episode, we're going to get a chance to meet some of those farmers, as well as the background and history of the square watermelon and some of the challenges that they've had over the last few years.
Only in Japan.
Today is a bright, sunny, hot summer day, and when you think of summer, you think of watermelons. I'm here in Shikoku, Kagawa Prefecture. This is Zentsuji City, about an hour from Okayama by car. That's where the Shinkansen line comes from Tokyo. This city is also famous for the square watermelons, which is a fruit that you can't technically eat. Anyways, today is the day of the harvest. They're going to be bringing them into the distribution warehouse where they're going to go all throughout the entire country, and some of them even going abroad. Let's head that way now. This is Yamashita-san's watermelon field. His father grew the first square watermelons in Zentsuji City over 50 years ago. Down there among the bushes are baby watermelons. Starting as yellow pollinated flowers, they'll blossom into watermelons like this. They normally take about 3 months to grow. This small watermelon is a good candidate to become a square watermelon. Yamashita-san took me out to see his square watermelons growing in special metal and glass boxes. This one is close to being finished. So ne, mada sumi ni hairunakatta.
四隅ここ。これが詰まってくるんですよ。だんだん広がって。ほんでもうちぎるんですよ。
Let's look at a time lapse of a growing square watermelon. The watermelon expands evenly, hitting the glass walls at the same time, the pressure flattening it out on all sides, including the top and bottom. After 2 weeks, it's almost ready to harvest. Just the corners need to grow in a little bit more. And here's one that's done.
これ枠外してみようか。
はい。
かまるよ。
はい。You can see that it's really bolted down tight. Nature is powerful. The square watermelon is gently removed from the case. It's a fruit, easy to damage, so imperfections mean that it can't be sold at stores. You can see flat surfaces, a very bizarre sight for a watermelon. The pressure was too much for the glass this time. It'll have to be replaced. The case is reused more than once during the season. It can be repaired and used again. It's quite pretty. The corners are good. Almost all stripes are straight. どうですか?
綺麗になった。
どうこの色?
やっぱりこのシマートなグリーン。
はい。
それがやっぱり綺麗にマッチしとるな。
Yeah, this is a really nice one. Square watermelons are ornamental fruits, meant to be, well, displayed and get attention like a bouquet of flowers or a painting. But does it really get much attention in the Tokyo city streets? I took my square watermelon to Shibuya to see if it really turned some heads. No one else seemed to have one. That's good. The day started off slow, most people at home at 9 a.m., but by 11, I had people coming up for photos. Yes, it's real, and it's heavy too. I walked my watermelon around town like a city poodle. We did get heads turning. You want a photo? Yeah.
From here?
Yeah, I got it from Shikoku yesterday. They make them once a year, 200 of them. And here's its brother, on display near Hachiko Scramble. Prices for a square watermelon vary greatly as resellers get involved, sometimes several $100s. Now you can understand why it's a display fruit. It's interesting. Cutting it open, you can see why a square watermelon can last for months. It's harvested unripe, little sugar content, just a capsule of water and fiber. Of course, after you cut it, you still got the parallel lines to it. The taste? Bitter, watery, like a cucumber. Not what you'd want for a watermelon. Eating a square watermelon is not recommended. Yamashita-san elaborates on the reasoning for harvesting them unripe.
でこの四角いスイカは観賞用ディスプレイ用やきに期間が長く持たんといかん。で売れたら完熟したら1週間ぐらいしか持たんのですよ。これをもうちょっとその木にちぎらんと置いとって糖度が増して来てちぎったら食べれますよ。でそれしよったら今度出荷した時にそのまあ普通のお店屋さんに行くんやったら最低4、5日かかるやないですか。ほんだらもうあと2日か3日ぐらいしか持たんスイカが。でそれではやっぱり高いお金出して買うてくれてそのやっぱり観賞用の商品にならんので、やっぱり売れる前に、こう熟する前にちぎるんです。
はい。そうだよね。まあ1万円ぐらい買ったら私食べたくないよ。見せたいでしょ。ディスプレイ。皆さんほら見て、四角いスイカあるよ。It makes sense not to sell them to eat if you have to eat it right away. Around Tokyo in the summer, you can see square watermelons on display. They are really ornamental, even if for sale. It gets more people in the store to have a look. Yamashita-san showed me the official trademark registration and geographical indicator, or GI certificate, meaning the square watermelon is officially recognized by the Japanese government as being more than just a watermelon. The history goes back over half a century, the innovation recognized in commercials, newspapers, TV shows around Japan. A photo of his father, the inventor brave enough to try something new, the 18 by 18 centimeter size supposed to make it easier to fit in a refrigerator, and easier to transport too. The square watermelon has become one of the city's symbols as well, an innovation to be proud of. To many, it seems like a shame not to be able to eat it, but let's face it, it wouldn't be special if you chomped it down like an ordinary watermelon. When I visited in 2016, I noticed nearly everyone was over 60 years old. Unless younger farmers took up the practice, the square watermelon would be in danger of going extinct. However, in the last few years, there's been some success on that front. In 2022, some new farmers joined in, and the future looks better than before. Sugimoto-san was a sheet metal worker before becoming a farmer, invited to take part in the square watermelon program.
次世代、次の世代に残す大事なものかなと思いますけど、難しいです。
難しいですね。
30本、スイカを30本植えて7個しか取れなかったので、みんな100本植えて何本取れるのかな。100近く、100本と植えたら100個ぐらい取るのに30本植えて7本。
そんな難しいですか？
難しいですね。
Here's the newest square watermelon farmer, only 25 years old, and she's certainly working hard to increase successful squares, but it's hard. It also requires daily attention. Those special watermelons become a part of the family for a long time. Watermelons typically take 70 to 90 days to grow, approximately 2 to 3 weeks in the square box, after which only a small percentage of them are acceptable quality.
30です。30植えて3つです。
10% 成功した。
そうです。
Sometimes the corners don't grow even, or the sides are lopsided, the color is off, or the zigzag lines aren't straight. It's just not square enough. Risk-reward is high. It's not an easy thing to grow. So what happens with those imperfect square watermelons? You can't sell them, they taste bitter, unripe, so they're recycled for fertilizer, destroyed, or given to people like me to dissect for scientific purposes, of course. The city of Zentsuji is famous for their watermelons, among other produce. For the farmers and residents, it's really a tranquil place to live. This morning, the harvested square watermelons are brought to the warehouse. Each farmer driving in their watermelons, Yamashita-san bringing in about 70 of them. It's kind of surreal to see how neatly they fit in the bed of his truck. Perfect. You can't roll them out. They're square, so carefully tip and lift them. The team lays them out on a table for processing. More trucks come throughout the morning, bringing in a fairly large harvest this year. By mid-morning, the first harvest is in. Yamashita-san judges each square watermelon for imperfections. Some don't make the cut. No watermelon is perfectly alike, but only quality square watermelons will be boxed and shipped to stores. Square watermelons that pass inspection are given the trademark seal from Zentsuji. It's how you know you get the original. This year, 420 square watermelons were grown and 400 sold, a successful year. The next stage is boxing them. The boxes are brought out. Each watermelon will fit perfectly inside. Earlier in the morning, the team got together to make them. Hand assembled. There are a lot of observers today, including a local school. Perhaps some of these kids will become farmers too. The team then starts to carefully place each square watermelon in a box. Each is 18 by 18 centimeters in size, so they all fit without any issues. Just a little squeaking when they go in. To protect the watermelon, pillow-like package filling fills in the gaps. Info on the square watermelon is also added. And then they're taped up and ready to be shipped to stores around Japan and the world. Yamashita-san gives an annual interview to the Japanese media about the current harvest and the process that has fascinated the country for so many decades. I'm there too, and part of this year's story. He gave me a shout out. He said 8 years ago John was here.
Nice.
For years, I've been covering Japan's amazing fruit culture, each area of Japan having a speciality making it unique. This city in Kagawa is definitely square watermelon country. Many years ago, it was hard to find someone, anyone, to continue growing square watermelons, but there's always one person there to step up.
ほんでお父さんがもう年がいってできんようになって、ほんでその部会員に誰かお願いをしたんやけど、みんなしてくれんで、ほんで僕がするようになったんです。
未来はどうでしょうか。
まあ残して、まあ、我慢してやってたら、まあ、いつか注目を浴びる、もっと注目を浴びる日が来るかなとは思ってます。
だから全筋にやっぱり四角いスイカ大事ですね。
そうですね。
だから続けたい。何年
もっと宣伝した方がいい。
いいことですね。
So I gave it my best to promote the potentially endangered square watermelon at the harvest event for the national news.
アメリカの YouTuber も取材に訪れていました。
形すごい不思議から見たらすごい目立ってますね。
With the younger generation becoming more interested in this kind of artistic farming for decorative square watermelons, there's hope that it will continue despite the declining population in Japan's rural areas. The outreach to younger Japanese is starting to pay off. And let's be honest, producing something that's so unique, so perfectly square, is a satisfying feeling for the farmers and for the admirers. What do you think of the square watermelon of Zentsuji? Leave me a comment below with your impressions.
Well, there you go. That is the story of the square watermelon. If you liked it, hit that subscribe button and it'll take you to every single corner of this amazing country. Mata ne.